Having a drink seems to be such a part of social interactions. How do you handle not having a drink at social interactions?
When I first stopped drinking, I remember the woman who was helping me so much said to me, "You know, Lorna, if you feel like drinking, drink. Just don't drink alcohol." And that was such a startling revelation to me, because the when we say to each other, "Would you like a drink?" there's the implicit understanding that that means alcohol. But there are all sorts of things one can drink. One can have a cup of tea. My favourite drink happens to be seltzer and cranberry juice with a slice of lemon, and and it's very refreshing, very nice. And actually, these days people don't ask very much. You know, why are you not drinking, or don't you want to drink? And those that do press why I don't drink or why I don't want to have a drink usually have a problem themselves, because they're intrigued by the fact that one doesn't have to drink. I think in the beginning it felt a little awkward because, as you said, it seems to be such a part of social behaviour. But more and more so with health-conscious people, it's not. I mean, I remember the days when one would go out for lunch and it would be, that's what it was. If you took clients out for lunch, you had drinks. And, you know, the young guys today are drinking the latest water. And, but it definitely is a social thing. And because I'm so grateful for the gift of my sobriety, I have nothing to do with alcohol whatsoever. I don't allow it across the threshold of my home. I don't serve it in my home. People will often say, well, just because I've stopped drinking doesn't mean to say I should impose that on others. And if people come to my house, I want to be social and offer them a drink. Well, why is social having to have alcohol? So, you know, if I go into the house of a Japanese, I'm going to be respectful and take off my shoes. If I'm going to go into the house of a Muslim, I'm not going to expect them to serve me pork. Or if a Jew invites me, I won't expect to have a shrimp cocktail at their home. And so it's, you know, it's something I adhere to. I don't have anything to do with alcohol. I don't sit at bars. Of course, I go into places where they serve alcohol, because that's usually where they're serving food too. But if I don't need to be in a social situation where alcohol is flowing freely, I don't go. I don't tempt fate. It's almost like tickling the neck of a tiger. You know, for a long time that tiger's going to purr, but eventually it's going to swat you. And there's a saying that, you know, if you hang out in the barber's shop too long, eventually you'll get a haircut. So my goal is not to be casual around alcohol, not to pretend that alcohol and I have had a platonic relationship. We haven't. We had a deadly dance. It was like some sort of incestuous, involved tango and I never want to go back there, and it is such an insidious disease that it can creep up on one very easily. I mean, I almost drank when I was 32 years sober, and I'll tell that story in another video.